Greetings of the day, everyone. This is Gaurangi Kushwa, and I am pursuing my BA LLB from Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore, and currently I am an intern at Lexis and Company. So today I am here to speak on my topic, that is dowry deaths. So let's get started. Section 304B of the Indian Penal Code states that if a woman dies within 7 years of her marriage by any burns or bodily injury, or it was recalled that before her marriage she was exposed to cruelty or harassment by her husband or any other relative of the husband in connection to demand dowry, then the death of the woman will be considered as a dowry death. Punishment for dowry death is a minimum sentence of imprisonment for 7 years or life imprisonment. Now comes demand for dowry. As per Section 2 of the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, which says that dowry is any property or valuable security directly or indirectly agreed to be given by one party to the another party in the marriage. From the ages, we have seen the demand for dowry, but to stop dowry, the demand for it should be understood. So now let's understand the cause to demand dowry. The first comes in the name of tradition. We must have seen people calling it in the name of tradition or a custom to be followed. In the name of tradition, which has to be followed by the bride's family to give valuable items to the groom's family. Now here comes the second point. The groom's family ask for dowry. They ask voluntarily for dowry by giving reasons that their son is placed in a good job and they have a lot of reputation, etc. etc. The third point states, thinking that it will build a reputation in society. Earlier people had a preconceived notion that giving dowry will build up a good reputation in the society. With time, it became a show-off concept in society and people started comparing with others. Fourth point is illiteracy. In underdeveloped area, the literacy rate is very less and people are unaware of the laws relating to dowry, which led to the increased demand for dowry by others. Though dowry is also practiced by the literates in an underdeveloped area, it becomes a bit more difficult to make them understand about the law. Now here a question arises that whether the dowry death is bailable and cognizable offence. So first of all, let's understand what are bailable offences. So bailable offences are in which the permission from court to release the arrested person is not required. The arrested person, by fulfilling the necessary requirements, can be released and the police cannot refuse the person. So this is the bailable offence. Now here comes the cognizable offences. Cognizable offences are in which the police have the authority to arrest any person without any warrant and also has the authority to start any investigation with or without the permission of the magistrate by filing an FIR. So this means dowry death is non-bailable and cognizable offence. As per Section 41 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, the police officer, while arresting any person without warrant, be satisfied with the complaint registered against the person and fulfill the provision of Section 41 of CRPC. Section 498A of the Indian Penal Code defines cruelty. If a husband or any relative of him causes mental or physical harm to a woman, then they will be held punishable under this section. Punishment will be imprisonment and also will be liable to pay fine. Now here comes the essentials. First of all, any willful conduct on a woman to cause her injury or to instigate her to commit suicide. Harassing a woman or any of her relative in order to make them fulfill their unlawful demands. Misuse of the provision and its constitutionality. Many fake cases have been filed in misusing of the provision for its own motive or in order to give torture to the husband's family. The woman should not misuse the very own section which is made to protect her. However, a mere possibility to misuse the provision should not invalidate the provision. Hence, Section 498A is constitutional. Now, without further stretching it more, let's conclude this. Practicing in the name of a so-called tradition, that is dowry, is seen existing in every place in India, whether rural or urban. Despite making so many provisions, practicing of demands for dowry still not stopped. No matters how many laws the government makes, it still cannot eradicate it fully from the society. By enacting strict laws in society can be controlled but can't put an end to it because of the unawareness of the laws in the society and also no support from the families. Even if the girl complains to her parents about the torture she faces by the husband's family, the parents of the girl opt to compromise instead of bringing it to the light. The laws and support from the society together only can solve the issue. By this, I end it here and thank you so much for your patient listening. Stay safe and stay healthy.